Hello again. I'm going to try and read this story. It has many names and words in it that I don't know how to say, but I'll do the best I can and hopefully you will still enjoy the story. This story is called Mama Panya's Pancakes, a village tale from Kenya. Mama Panya sang as she kicked sand with her bare feet, dousing the breakfast fire. Adika, hurry up, she called cheerfully. Today we go to market. Surprise! I'm one step ahead of you, Mama. Adika stood in the doorway, dressed in his finest shirt and cleanest shorts. I'm ready. Now Mama Panya had to hurry. There they go to market. The dog is going too. After storing her pots, gathering her bag, and slipping her feet into her sandals, Mama Panya called, I'm ready too, Adika. Where are you? Here I am, Mama, 2 steps ahead of you. He sat under the baobab tree, Mama Panya's walking stick in hand. Why, yes, she accepted the stick and led them down the road. What will you get at the market, Mama? Oh, a little bit and a little bit more. Are you making pancakes today, Mama? You are a smart one. I guess I can't surprise you. Yay! How many pancakes will you make? Mama fingered 2 coins folded in the cloth tied around her waist. A little bit and a little bit more. Rounding the corner, this is just not working very well. This book is so big, I have to keep moving my camera and the book. Rounding the corner, they saw Ms. Odolo sitting by the river. Habri za azubuhai, Mama asked softly so she wouldn't chase away the fish. Adika blurted out, We're having pancakes tonight. Please come. Adika, Mama whispered in her ear. Mizi Odolo waved back, saying, Asante sana, I'll be there. Mama quickened her pace. We have to invite Mizzy, Adika said. He's our oldest friend. Hurry up, you're a few steps behind, Mama replied. Look, Mama, it's Swadi and Naaman, Adika's friends. Adika's friends tapped long reeds along the thighs of their cattle, moving them along. I'll be just a few steps ahead. Wait, Adika, Mama called. Mama hadn't gone too far before he returned. They'd be happy to come, Adika panted. Mama Panya frowned, thinking about the coins in her wrap. Oh, how many people will that be? Let's see. Swandi, Naaman, you, and me, Adika counted. And Mizi Odolo. That's only 5. Aye, how many pancakes do you think I can make today, son? I'm 1 step ahead of you, Mama. You'll have a little bit and a little bit more. That's enough. At the market, there were many buyers and sellers trading fruits, spices, and vegetables. Adika spotted his school friend, Gamila, at her plantain stand. Mama, pancakes are her favorite. Now, don't you. And before she could finish, he ran to greet her. Mama tried to catch up, arriving just in time to hear, You will come, won't you?" "Of course," Gamila replied. Mama shot a stare at Adika and quickly grabbed his hand, whisking him away. "Mama, we'll be able to stretch the flour." Ay, how much do you think I can stretch flour, son?" Adika waved his hand in the air. "Oh, a little bit and a little bit more." At the flower stand, Mama said, "Adika, you sit here." After greeting Bibi and Bwana Swaina, Mama asked, "What can you give me for my money?" I lost my spot. She offered the larger of the 2 coins to Bibi Swaina, who scooped a cup of flour onto a piece of brown paper. Adika popped up. "Mama is making pancakes today. Can you come?" "Oh, how wonderful. I think we can give a little more for that coin." Bwana Swaini put a second cup onto the paper, then tied it up with string. "We'll see you later." Mama tucked the package into her bag. Ay. You and I will be lucky to share half a pancake. "But Mama, we have a little bit and a little bit more." "Come, Adika, keep up with me. We may have just enough left for a small chili pepper." "Leave it to me, Mama. I'll get a good one." "No, Adika," she cried out, but he ran ahead to Rafiki Kaya's spice table. Mama got there just in time to hear, "Mama's making pancakes tonight. Can you come?" "I'd love to," Kaya exclaimed. She grabbed the coin from Mama's hand and replaced it with the plumpest pepper. "That's just enough. Thanks for inviting me." Mama just sighed. They headed home. "How many people did we invite for pancakes tonight?" Adika skipped 2 steps ahead, sang his reply. "All of our friends, Mama." Swandi and Naaman were the first to arrive, shouting, "Hode!" Adika called Caribou to welcome them. They carried 2 leather drinking gourds filled with milk and a small pail of butter. "Mama Panya, we have extra from our cattle." Nizid Odolo came soon after. "Old Man River has given us 3 fish today." Gamili arrived with plantain bunch perched on her head. "They go very well with pancakes." Bibi and Bwana Swaini brought a package filled with more flour and handed it to Adika. "Store this away for later." When Rafiki Kaya arrived, she brought handsful of salt and cardamom spice along with her thumb piano. And the feast began as they sat under the baobab tree to eat Mama Panya's pancakes. Afterward, Kaya played the thumb piano, and Mizi Odolo sang slightly off-key. Adika whispered with a gleam in his eyes and a smile on his face, "I know you will make pancakes again soon, Mama." She smiled. "Yes, Adika, you're 1 step ahead of me." This is called, the last part of the book is Village Life in Kenya. People. Kenya is made up of many different people. Most are Black Africans. There are also Asians, Europeans, and others. Mama Kenya, people like Adika, many Kenyan people like Adika and Mama Panya live in rural areas. And then there's the village life. Most village people farm and take care of cows, goats, and chickens. Others might work on a tea or coffee plantation. When their work is done for the day, villagers tell stories under the stars and listen to music of the thumb piano or mbura. Mbura, I don't know, that's an instrument. This is just really dark here. I'm going to turn on the light. See if that will work. Children like Adika go to school, but it is often a long walk to their classroom. Very few Kenyan families own cars, and there are not many paved roads. Where the government has not been able to open schools, many villages have set up their own schools. These are called Harambee, which means pulling together. Harambee is also Kenya's national motto. After school, when they are not at school, older children help with chores such as collecting firewood and taking care of their younger brothers and sisters. They also have time to play games such as Bao, an African board game of strategy, and soccer are common. Running is also popular. Walking to market. On their walk to the market, Adika and Mama see many animals, insects, reptiles, and plants. Here are a few examples. Agama, or rainbow lizard. Muzuisi. Male rainbow lizards have pretty red heads and blue bodies. They love to bob up and down doing push-ups. The I can't say that, acacia tree, also called the thorn tree. Sharp spikes surround the tree, which are eaten by giraffes. And then there's the mboya. I said that all wrong. Mboya tree. A large tree, often called the tree of life, because it stores so much water. Its branches look like exposed roots, but it's not upside down. And then a butterfly. There are many different kinds of butterflies in Kenya. You might see swallowtails, which are the largest butterflies in the world, with a wingspan of up to 9 inches. And then there could be a goat. The smallest East African goat is found all over Kenya. These goats can survive on milk that is almost milk. These goats can survive on land that is almost barren, yet still produces lots of milk. And then there's different kinds of cattle. Many Kenyan tribes measure their wealth in accordance with the number of cattle they own. Maasai cattle are used mostly for their milk. And then there's an animal called a mongoose. These weasel-like creatures live in large families and feed on rodents, birds, and even snakes. Although they are cousins of hyenas, they are very friendly and are sometimes kept as pets. And there's palm trees. There are many species of palms in Kenya. Palm fruit, leaves, and bark are used in lots of products, such as soap, roofing materials, and rope. And then there's the tilapia. Tilapia live in harsh conditions like the hot, salty, and alkaline waters of Lake Nakuru. Wow, there's lots of words in this book that I do not know how to say. Kenyans speak many languages, but the main ones are Kiswahili and English. Swahili refers to a group of people, also known as the Waswahili, who live along the east coast of Africa, along Somalia to Mozambique. The word Swahili literally means coast people, and Kiswahili means speaking the language of the coast people. Kiswahili is a mixture of Bantu or Native African language and Arabic, a Middle Eastern one. In a village like Akitas, people might speak 3 languages, a local language, Kiswahili, and English. Greetings are expected upon meeting someone. It is considered rude not to greet another in the appropriate way. As a visitor, you may hear the simple greeting, Jambo, which means hello. And here are some different Kiswahili greetings. I won't try to say them, but maybe your mom wants to try and read them to you. They're too hard for me to read. Facts about Kenya. You can fit France inside Kenya like a little room to spare, with a little room to spare. A walk across Kenya from Lake Victoria to the Indian Ocean would take over 1 million steps. The Great Rift Valley, one of the most spectacular geological features on Earth, runs through Kenya. It is a I'm really having problems with this book. It is a geological fault that will eventually break East Africa off to form an island. Mount Kenya is the second highest spot in Africa. Even though it's on the equator, it's covered with snow. Lake Victoria on Kenya's western border is the second largest lake in the world. It is part of the White Nile. The largest lake in Kenya is Lake Turkana in the north. Nairobi is Kenya's capital city. Massey cattle herds who used this land called it Nkara Nairobi, which means cool water country. The main seaport of Mombasa was settled by Arab traders over 1,000 years ago. It is an important link between Kenya and the rest of the world. Wildlife parks in Kenya have protected borders where some endangered animals species live. Tsavo National Park is the largest reserve, and the Masai Mara is one of the most popular with tourists. Here's a recipe for Mama Panya's pancakes. Pancakes are eaten all around the world. They have different names in different countries. Here are a few examples. Scotland, bannock; India, chapati; France, crepes; China, babing; Russia, blinis; Indonesia, datar gutung; Egypt. It's hard. It's hard to read for me, so I won't read the rest. The last one is Mexico, and they have tortillas. They call pancakes. Many Kenyans like to wrap food inside thin pancakes. Would you like to try Mama Panya's pancakes? Here's the recipe that you can make at home. This makes about 6 pancakes. I'll make this a little bigger so that you can see it. It has 1 1/4 cup of plain flour, 2 cups of cold water, 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, half a teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon cardamom or nutmeg will do, half a teaspoon red chili pepper flakes, crushed. So they might be a little bit spicy. In a bowl, mix all the ingredients with a fork and preheat a nonstick pan. No oil is needed. At a medium to low setting. Ladle a 1/4 cup of batter into the center of the pan. Tilt the pan to spread the batter to about the size of a grapefruit. Cook until you see tiny bubbles in the pancake. Then gently flip it over. When the second side begins to pop up from the heat, the pancake is ready. You can fill your pancakes with jam or something sweet, or tuna salad or something savory. In fact, almost any filling will do. Simply roll up and eat. That's it. I hope you still enjoyed that book, even when I was not able to pronounce the words very well. But that's how people live in a different country and how they make pancakes. That is interesting, and it would be interesting to see how would they taste.